So worship causes me to take a proper assessment of who I am. Now watch this. Matthew chapter 15, verse 26. It says, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. This is the Syrophoenician woman. Now you have to understand this, because this woman came to Jesus improperly. Jesus has to confront her. Because when you're a hypocrite, you have problems distinguishing pretense from reality. You're living in this make-believe world. So when you're in worship, God brings you the reality. He gives you a reality check. Now, most of us would have walked away if Jesus would have called us a dog. He wasn't calling her the B word. But what Jesus says right here, that word dog means a pet dog. A puppy dog. Now, you got to understand this, because this Syrophoenician woman, she probably had gotten a little education. She probably heard that Bartimaeus had cried out, son of David, and got his healing. So she's trying to mimic, oh my God, she's trying to mimic what she heard Bartimaeus do, but it's not coming from an authentic place. You got to understand this, that Bartimaeus had claimed because he probably was a Jew. This is a Gentile. So she's trying to cry out and get on the same wave as Jews. That's why God has to give her a reality check. Don't you know this bread is not for the Gentiles? It's for the Jews. And he calls it a dog. So now she could have rejected God bringing reality. And for like some of us do, because many times our hypocrisy is a survival tactic. I ran out of options, so I have to be a hypocrite. Pastor, you don't understand. The only way I can keep this job is to compromise. Pastor, you don't understand. The only way I can keep this relationship is to put on another mask when I go home, because it's a survival tactic. This woman needed something for her daughter, so she puts on a mask, but Jesus sees right through. Because names are significant. Just like you can call that lady sitting over there Sister Lockett. You can call her First Lady, but when I call her Mama, it has a different type of weight. Now, you might call her Mother Lockett, whatever you want to call her, but just Mama, she's looking for one of three. And if you're not one of those three, she's going to check you. You know why? Because your revelation doesn't match your reverence. Now, revelation is inside. In other words, your inside doesn't match your outside. What you're saying on the outside doesn't match who you are. So when Jesus heard her call him son of David, he said, let me check you. Oh, you a Gentile. You are fronting. You don't have that type of relationship with me. You're just trying to mimic what you heard somebody else do. And I can't bless a phony. I need somebody authentic. That's why when you go to God acting like you haven't done nothing wrong, like the Pharisee, he said, I can't use you. But when you come like that man who had blown it and said, Lord, have mercy on me. Now he says, that's the real you. You're not fronting in my presence, and I can bless you because you're authentic. Can I tell you why some people's prayers are not getting answered? Because you're phony. You came to God and false pretense. Jacob might have got over on Isaac, but you won't get over on God. Because when you're authentic, it starts to bring adjustments in your life. That's why you can afford not to be authentic in this season, because it brings adjustment in your life. Because the Bible says, arise, for your light has come. When you are authentic, I tell you why the enemy can't stand, doesn't want for you to be authentic, because he knows when you become authentic, when you become legit, stuff begins to change in your life. See, he doesn't mind you fronting in church, because you can front and have no power. But when you become the Son of God, that all creation is waiting for to manifest, now he's threatened because light has come. Can I tell you, can I prophesy to somebody? The reason some people don't like you is because you're authentic. And authenticity always shows up counterfeits. Counterfeits can't stand authentic people. That's why the Pharisees couldn't stand Jesus. They were phony and he was authentic. He said, I am the truth and the light. Can I tell you, sometimes you don't even have to say nothing. Just show up and they go crazy, because counterfeits can't stand things that are authentic. Some of you don't know the power of integrity. See, that's why some of your coworkers can't stand you, because you don't cheat, you don't fudge, and you show up, and God is still enlarging your territory. And they said, this man is authentic. They lying on you, they cheating on you, but it won't even work, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise up against you in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and his righteousness of me, saith the Lord. Find somebody say, don't take down, don't take down. Somebody's waiting for some authentic person to come in contact with them. See, some people think that salvation is phony, it's fake. But when you show up with your authentic self, I didn't say your perfect self, I said your authentic self.